Good morning, good morning, good morning, people. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know the voice. Y'all know the sound. James Williams is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, y'all. Again, remember, we are switching it up now for the fall, summer, spring, summer. Who knows what time it is? Summer it is, I guess. Tuesdays, 9 a.m., Saturdays, 9 a.m., maybe 10. We'll get Rebecca to fill that in later. And Thursdays, Bubba be doing something himself as well, too. So make sure that y'all stay tuned. And, yeah, man, like it or not, it's about to go down.
No, I don't want to lose you. Baby, don't go. Oh, when I get you back, oh, yeah. I promise you'll never leave me when it comes to you and me.
All right, y'all, it's time to get this damn thing started. I hope y'all enjoyed the music and going down memory lane a little bit. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Come back on Thursday. I might have something for y'all. Saturday is our next show as well. Like it or not, it's about to go down. DJ X3C on Cash App and Venmo. Love y'all, mean it. Here we go. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. Yes, it's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not. Rebecca Azure is in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, or real life-ish. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. He's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, scheming, or trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us in strife. I'm your DJ. I really don't need no introduction right now, but you know what? I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, then I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.
Like It or Not starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth
and not care who doesn't like it.
Sorry, y'all. My voice is kind of gone, but I am here this morning, one day after my birthday. 33 years old. 33 years old, and it's my Jesus year, and I feel blessed and highly favored. And yeah. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. For those of you guys who missed or didn't know that was my birthday, it was yesterday, May 15th. A queen was born. I didn't hear from Benjamin P. Dixon on my birthday, and I just want to put that out there.
Ooh.
Ben did not hit me up for my birthday, so yeah, message. But everybody who did, I really appreciate it. Shout out to Ole. She actually was loving on me through the week before my birthday. And I absolutely love her. That is crazy how the people who like I never met before for real, they was showing me a lot of love. And I was like, dang, like Ole is my virtual bestie that I really have to go ahead and plan that trip for to New York. So shout out to Ole. And my best friends who came down, who flew from everywhere, my family, my siblings, my best friends who flew in. One of my best friends drove in. She's a mom and she still came. My birthday was the day before. My birthday was the day after Mother's Day. And to be celebrated in that way on Saturday was really beautiful. They planned a really nice party for me. It was a Kentucky Derby theme with a whole bunch of Haitians, and my friend is actually American and she's from Kentucky. So I was inspired by her culture and it was nice because it was beautiful. And I really, really appreciate it. A Run for the Roses it's about, getting the race. That's what I named it, A Run for the Roses, Kentucky Derby. I have photos, but I didn't put them. So y'all just go on my page on Instagram
Right.
and see it. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful. I had a long weekend, and I am
Mm.
blessed to just make it through. I think this year is going to be a really good one. So,
Yeah. And I hate that I missed it, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday for me these days. So Saturday, I was going to come back up, but mom them everybody's gone out of town. Went out of town for Mother's Day. So sister, mom, everybody's in Miami. Brother-in-law and sister on a cruise, and mom and dad are chilling on the beach down there. So they all left Sunday. So we did something Saturday that extended longer than I expected. And by the time I got finished with mom them, it was time for me to go DJ for my best friend's 40th birthday party. So
that's
yeah,
okay.
long weekend. But I saw that you had fun. And of
I
course
did.
I called you yesterday, but you didn't answer. But it's
I
okay.
did. You called me?
Yeah. So Ben probably called you too. So yeah.
No, Ben doesn't call. So I'm not going to call. But I would have loved the phone call. I'm just putting that shade out there because if he sent
Uh-huh.
the,
Yeah, for real, for real.
yeah, if he sent the text message, that's cute. But you got my number, it would have been nice. It would have been nice.
It's
I
it's
didn't. I
it's
didn't.
a
I didn't get
call.
a text. I didn't get.
Yeah.
I didn't get a personal
Look,
license. But
my best friend from college, Lord rest his soul, he's always say, or if you didn't call him on his birthday, he would be mad at you probably through the whole year. And then when this next birthday come around, you got that time to make it up and call him. And then he'll say, "Oh well, thank you. How you been doing?" Like nothing happened.
listen, times are a changing. We're back in the mornings. We're gonna be with you guys on a Monday, and is it a Tuesday and Wednesday, David? Let me get it right.
No, Tuesday, Saturday.
Mind you guys, okay, there we go. Mind you guys, I made the schedule. Oh, we're gonna be back with you guys on the mornings in the week on a Tuesday. Okay, so a Tuesday and a Saturday. A Tuesday, and we're gonna do one Saturday morning. Okay.
And then Thursdays, I'm working on it. Beard Bonnet Chronicles with Bubba on Thursday.
That would be thank you. That Bubba on Thursdays because
Yeah.
Rebecca will be asleep. So, so we're doing all of these things. Also, look forward to again. This is the update, you guys, and this is gonna stick. Tuesday mornings we'll be right here with Like It or Not. Saturday mornings we're gonna have our show with Like It or Not, and you guys will absolutely love it. Saturdays it's great. Ben is there. It's a whole great a great vibe. Tuesdays during the week it'll be Bubba and I. Ben is doing daddy duties. He is still homeschooling, which I think is a beautiful thing. So we don't want to interrupt that. Also, be on the lookout. You said for Bubble, but
Beard Bonnet Chronicles.
Beard Bonnet Chronicles.
I got me a beard bonnet. I got me a couple of them
on Thursdays, and you'll be on the lookout for something that I'm working on. It's going to be nothing but positive news, and it's going to be very short segments, but it will be coming up as well. You guys, we got some news to get to. Absolutely, I know Bubba has been holding it down, even though I sound right up in there in my voice. Just work with me, okay? I know I'm giving you baritone.
Jasmine Sullivan song.
Right. Okay.
If I could.
Yes, could forget him. Right up in there. I would. All right. Listen,
I'm about to break out the bottle. Let me start drinking. It's early.
It's early, but it's 5:00 somewhere. I'm just kidding. 5:00 somewhere. We'll start a little bit with Jamie Foxx. We'll start with that. Keep it light since we just came from light, and then we'll go into some major news. So Jamie Foxx is making a comeback following his death scare that took place last month. I know if you guys have been watching or hearing, it was a literally random post made by his daughter about his medical condition. And it was on social media. We were all taken aback. We were all shocked because we didn't know anything was going on.
Right.
And so that's the 55-year-old actor is seemingly on the mend and ready to get back to work as he is set to make a return to television, hosting a new game show alongside his daughter, who is 29, Corinne. Corinne Foxx took to her Instagram on Friday, May 12th, to assure fans that Jamie is out of the hospital and doing well, despite a recently viral claim that the actor was still unresponsive and that his family and loved ones are preparing for the worst outcome.
Yeah.
Saying, quote, update from the family. Sad to see how the media runs wild, Fox shared in a post to her Instagram stories with a screenshot of the report that his family is prepping to say goodbye. She continued and said, my dad has been out of the hospital for weeks, recuperating. In fact, he was playing pickleball
Mhm.
yesterday. Thanks to everyone's prayers and support. This announcement comes a full month since the last official statement on uh, his daughter's on his condition when his daughter announced via social media that her father had experienced a medical complication and due to quick action and great care is already on his way to recovery.
So,
TMZ.
hmm, hmm. So,
TMZ.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, Beck. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's crazy. TMZ.
Hmm.
TMZ is where a lot of people get their news first. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of
A lot
even
of it.
even
Hmm.
media companies themselves, respected ones. TMZ has come from being just blogging, and they've set a precedence in the media world where they have people on there, reporters, journalists, and things like that, who go out and get the story or the video or whatever, and they could be videographers, video journalists, and they'll go and get the stories or get the quote themselves, and it's on video, so what can it be a lie? So reporting coming from them, they were one of the first to break news about Kobe Bryant's death,
Yeah.
and his daughter's death, and it was true, right? Was it true? It was true, and so it was actual and factual. So a lot of people took that. Now, in the way that they did it, they were a lot of people were upset, but they took the fact that it was true. So TMZ must be a credible news source. I'm not saying that they are always credible, but in moments like this, not saying, I mean, if his daughter is saying that he's okay, do you want to believe TMZ or his daughter? And so what if his daughter is
Mm.
lying and buying time or whatever the case may be?
Right.
This is their family's wishes, and I feel like media outlets like TMZ should be careful. They could say allegedly, according to
Yep.
reported by. They forget to do that because they want to be the ones to break the news. But we have to understand that just because a news outlet has broken something, is it true? Like, do your fact checking as well. And if the daughter has put out there to back up her daddy is okay, stop
Yeah.
killing her dad. Stop killing her dad in the media.
Yeah. And I want to say a lot of it came from Daily Loud. I think that's who they are. I know that they went and put out an apology for some of the stuff that they spread about Jamie Foxx.
Mm,
Now, Rebecca, I'm gonna give you an exclusive right now.
okay.
I have a friend that actually works at the hospital that Jamie Foxx was at.
Okay.
And I had a lot of information regarding it. They did have to resuscitate him a couple of times. Um, he was still there. Last thing that they had heard as well too. So when this report came out that praying for the worst, we were like, wait, what? What is going on? So there was really a lot of confusion. So it was a lot of moving in silence. It was a lot of people really don't know anything that was going on. But the last I heard that he was still there. That was like maybe last week, 2 weeks ago. But now I guess it does kind of coincide that now he is at home recovering. So that's at least good to hear. So, but yeah, I'd known some information about it for a minute, but I'm just like, yeah, no, just don't want to share that or put that out there. But they really think that it potentially could have been a stroke. So who knows? And
And
that we say potentially because no one knows.
yeah,
And when I say no one knows, no one knows.
nobody knows what. And she said that her father was there was a medical condition. She talked about that. She said that. So
Mm-hmm.
what you're reporting from allegedly from your
Allegedly,
friend
actually.
from your friend may be right, but respect. These are times where I feel like there's who was it that said this? Whoopi Goldberg said that, and I think it was Rosie O'Donnell or Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm not confusing the two because of that. Like, I'm not one is black and one is white, I know, but I think it was one of them that said, because they talk about this often, both of them, the fact that social media was a great space. Social media is a great space, but when the show American Idol came out and they allowed people to call in and say things and then put things in the comment section, that's when we gave people freedom to start being disrespectful. That's when we
Right.
gave too much freedom to people to start having an opinion on someone, or allowing she was saying, like, when we allowed that, we opened doors to like abusive like commentary. When people really knew how to sing or whatever, we saw what happened, when a whole rhetoric and things can change off of just giving people freedom. Too much of something, I feel like, can be troublesome. All in all, let I don't care what's being I don't care. We don't know what's going on. So
Exactly.
when these news media outlets like TMZ are saying something, don't, like, we didn't need to know and see physical evidence of Kobe Bryant's death before his wife did.
Oh my gosh, yes. And that's another thing with this. I'm glad that there were no pictures of Jamie in the hospital. There was at one point a photo going around of him in a hospital bed with tubes and everything. That actually was a still from a movie that he was either working
You
on
see,
or was on, and that he was in previously. But everybody was running with that picture for the longest, like, yeah, he's in the hospital, he doesn't look good. That was from a damn movie, y'all.
yeah,
Calm down. And
yeah,
just one thing that everybody has to realize and understand: actors, actresses, musicians, everybody, they're human beings still. The only difference
yeah.
is they might have a little bit more money than us.
But that's that's another conversation for another day. But that's like, there's still people. And allow people to people.
Exactly.
Allow them to address their situations. We got the information that he was in the hospital from her. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and thoughts and prayers, and that's pretty much it. And let's do that until the family wants more information to be out. Um, moving forward, y'all. Did you guys hear? Because you probably didn't. Did y'all hear about just yesterday night? And this came from David. He sent it to me. I think it was a mass shooting. Did y'all hear about that? I just want to. I'm gonna take a second, real quick. Did you guys hear about this mass shooting at all? I'm gonna take a second because I want to see what people say in the comment section. Because I would love to know.
I'm going to tell you when I found out about it.
When did you find out about it?
Well, it's like a 50-50 right now. So I found out watching, matter of fact, if this is the same thing, ABC News. Oh no, ABC News after the 7 o'clock when that comes on. That's when I found out, when it came through as not even really breaking news, but just like a news story that came through. It was almost like it was, hey, we're in New Mexico where another mass shooting has happened today, and blah, 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 blah. And then it was like on to the next story. They maybe spent 3 or 4 minutes on it, if that.
And this is a New Mexico. This is the New Mexico shooting. This was just yesterday. So you found out about it, and this is the point that I'm trying to make, is what you said. It wasn't even breaking news.
Yeah,
it has become so normalized here, so normalized that I bumped it to the second story.
Yep.
It has become so normalized. I didn't know what went down until David just sent it to me.
Yeah.
Yesterday. New Mexico shooting leaves 3 people dead and 9 injured. At least 3 people have been killed and multiple injured after the shooting in Farmington, New Mexico, where police killed the suspected 18-year-old gunman. And this was yesterday. The incident occurred around 11 a.m. in the Farmington city of about 50,000 people, northwest to the Navajo Nation. Officers responding to several calls about a shooting found a chaotic scene where a man was firing at people on a residential street. Police confronted the suspect before fatally shooting him. They found 3 people dead. They did not identify the suspect and said he did not know of the ages of any of the victims. Besides the suspect himself, who is deceased, there were 9 other people injured, as we discussed. 2 officers, including a state police officer, were wounded and were in stable condition at the San Juan Regional Medical Center.
These days, it's just, somebody said it good, we become desensitized to it. It's just like, now it's just a normal, everyday thing. 18 years old.
Is now a good time to talk gun control?
Rebecca, of course not. You know it's not.
All right.
You know it's not.
Okay.
We all know that answer, because nothing's going to change until it hits close to home for some of these lawmakers and politicians, where it's one of their sons, daughters, cousins, wife, family members, kids, whatever. And even then, I still don't think it's going to be a change.
Sorry to those people who are not even becoming now with police brutality. We don't even do hashtags for real no more.
No.
Black Lives Matter is kind of cliche. They done fired all the diversity and inclusion departments. Gun control, mass shootings, murders, everyday thing. This is America.
It's America.
This is the American way. This is the American way.
Like
those people who were shot, we ain't gonna know who they are
Nope.
until, and we probably, because it wasn't breaking news, it'll probably stay local. They're treating these as local stories now. Like mass shootings should always take precedence because we need to stay on the forefront of this. We need to talk gun control. But now, just the same way with COVID, we will start packaging it up, removing fear, placing fear mongering on something else. When we talk about mass murders, they put the fear mongering here. They will start to attack. They will start to attack the LGBTQIA community. When we're talking about Black people being shot down, they will start to attack certain movements that we had to create to protect ourselves, that are not vicious gangs like the KKK, you know, like other white nationalist groups. But they'll put the focus there and say that, or they'll put the focus and say immigrants. Say an immigrant was wrongfully accused of something. They'll say, well, did they come over? Did they come over here? Sorry, my friend is sending me Bible verses to read this morning. Did they come over here illegally? Let's start looking into their family.
Yep.
We saw what happened just in New York, where was it Jason Neely, which we'll have an update on.
Jordan Neely?
Jordan Neely, who was murdered on a train.
Yep.
Okay, by a vet. And now it's Protect Our Vets, and he and Neely, who was Black, they were like, who had a mental health condition. They're saying, well, he's a bum. Well, this is the state of New York. If you ain't never been on no subway, and they like, don't be disrespectful, okay? Like, it's people out there on the streets who don't have help and things like that. That doesn't mean that they deserve to be abused, attacked, murdered.
Right.
So I say this to say all of these things are becoming so everyday that our politicians, while this is happening, are worrying about making laws to remove diversity, equality, attack LGBTQIA people, putting in laws to that effect, removing people who hold other leaders accountable, right?
Right.
For their lack of morality, their lack of action on gun control. So, yeah. Is now a good time to talk gun control?
Of course not. They're too worried about trying to regulate what movies are shown in elementary schools. Worry about drag queens performing for kids. Worry about everything else except what matters to this country.
Yep. And here we are. Tomorrow, there's so many shootings. David was mentioning and pointing out that we average one a day. And I'm talking about not just
Rebecca,
shootings, like mass
Rebecca,
shootings.
2 a day. Just 2 a day. Yeah. 2 a day.
All of this that's happening in the world right now. And I think that I've been feeling really heavy, and I'm like, okay, I made it to 33. I'm blessed. And I want to point out, no, seriously, that, you know, it's a heavy time, but we do have to move on though, right? We do have to move on. But there's some things I cannot move on from. One being gun control, One being the abuse and the murders of Black and brown people, the attacks of immigrants, no way, no way. And the LGBTQIA plus community constantly being attacked in so many different ways by people and creating this hate in the world to attack everybody I just listed, right? Everybody, marginalized groups, and think it's okay. These gun laws cannot be that lenient where we are sending our kids to school not knowing if we're going to get them back.
Yeah.
At least the kids, y'all. At least the kids. Can we do that? At least the children, or when people like Kyle Rittenhouse get to go out with AR-15s or whatever the number may be and go shoot people up, get millions of dollars raised in his name, have the support of the then president, and get out and be able to have his freedom. When I got people who look like me, who either came here trying to get a better life, and ICE or whatever came and got them, and now they are deported or in jail or whatever, or somebody who looks like me who decided they couldn't get a job or make enough money because of what they look like, so decided to sell a little weed or whatever, and now they're in jail. Kyle Rittenhouse is walking freedom, while his parents or colleagues and friends have done the same thing that a Black man who sold a little weed, and they got a dispensary. This is what this world looks like to us. So when we wake up and we're in the mood and we feeling some type of way, this is what the world is. This is what it's looking like for us. We don't know. We don't know. So sometimes we got to fall in line, right? Just to make sure that we get our paycheck, to make sure we pay our bills. This conversation is uncomfortable for a lot of people, but this is our reality. Yesterday was a mass shooting, and it's not that important today. Bubba, you got an update for us on Jordan Neely?
Yeah, let me get to it really quickly because you just said a word right there.
Yeah.
It's been a lot. Like it's not in the reader here.
It's okay.
But Jordan Neely, so it looks like they did charge what's his name? Daniel Penny, is that his name? The aggressor in the situation. They did charge him with second-degree manslaughter, if I'm not mistaken. But of course, none of this matters. Your boy Ron DeSantis has already started a GoFundMe or something, had the nerve to go on and basically praise this man, make him seem like a damn hero.
Yeah.
And since posting that GoFundMe, if I'm not mistaken, they have surpassed
$1 million
what they wanted. $1 million. I think $1 million effing dollars.
I think it's $1.5 million. Like 1.5. This is for the man that was riding the bus and he killed someone. He's in these streets. His lawyers are speaking up for him. For me, it was when we didn't hear anything about the murderer. All of a sudden, his representation, his lawyer, put out a statement on social media that instantly attacked Neely's mental health condition. And that's crazy. And did not say sorry, but he said, our condolences to his family, and went into Neely's mental health condition. And went in there and said that was the reason why he deserved to die, essentially. And so here we are. I just spoke to you about Kyle Rittenhouse. And now we're here with Daniel Penny, which is the murderer's name for Jordan Neely. And a leader, just like Kyle Rittenhouse, endorsed his murder.
Of course.
Right? Because Donald Trump, we know, endorsed Kyle Rittenhouse. And here we're looking at Ron DeSantis out of Florida, the Florida governor, endorsing Daniel Penny's murder of Jordan Neely. Florida governor out here doing that for a white man, random white man in New York. Protecting them. So if the shoe was on the other foot, do you think that a black man would have been protected by who? What? When? Where? Not even your black brother. Not even Benjamin Crump could have came out and endorsed the black man. if the shoe was on the other foot. Sounds about white. This is disgusting. He raised that much money to make sure this man does not go to jail. Is this how they want to? Is this what they want to? This is disrespectful to Jordan Neely's memory. Every person on the right or person who is a conservative thinker who follows the laws of people like Governor Abbott, Donald Trump, Governor DeSantis, and the governor in Georgia, Kemp, or any person who believes this way of thinking, the Tucker Carlson rhetoric, they're going to look at this and say, Jordan Neely, who? That bum, that thug that was on the train that tried to attack that nice man while he was just riding his everyday train, living his everyday life. A public transportation that everybody get on in New York. You know what's on there. But they want Jordan Neely's legacy to be he was a psycho on a train that tried to attack Daniel Penny. Yet his life is gone. And Daniel being represented $1.5 million later.
Shit pisses me off. Okay. Because here it is. We must defeat the Soros-funded DA, stop the left's pro-criminal agenda, and take back the streets for law-abiding citizens. We stand with good Samaritans like Daniel Penny. Let's show this Marine America's got his back. But y'all don't say this about damn people who go in and shoot up grocery stores, shoot up schools, and all this other stuff. But y'all call this man a damn good Samaritan? Like, what world are y'all living in? And that tweet is directly from Ron DeSantis.
Okay. These are our politicians. You think this person's going to save us that wants us to be saved from gun riots? They want to continue to build. America functions so strange to me. They create these, they want funding, everything that kills us is the way to go. Only making sure we give it to a certain group of people is the way to go. Giving it to Black people, but first we must mold them and how we want them to be, and then we'll give it to them. And then if anything some people Black do, we have to make it seem ghetto. If they're rich off of it, we have to make it seem ghetto. But if the white person does it, then that means it's polished. They made it. They can get funding for it. This is how our world works. And in this case, Jordan Neely, his mental health condition is terrible. But any white man who went out to go do something, he was just having a bad day.
And let me show y'all these people again, how they feel. Jordan Neely was a violent criminal who should have been behind bars. Marjorie Taylor Greene said, the Marine who stepped in to protect others is a hero. Florida Rep. Matt Gaetz also tweeted, Subway Superman. Daniel Penny is a hero. Today, I will personally be donating to his legal defense fund on Give, Send, Go. These are the people that these MFers put in office. Hero, Superman, the freak. I want to cuss so bad.
And then you better say what the freak. My cousin was here with us yesterday, and he doesn't curse, so he always says what the freak. He always says that. So my saved cousin. So you better use what the freak. Charlie Kirk. We know how Dr. Carl Mack will be on the show, and he say, "Lil Charlie Kirk." Right, that's it with the bus. Remember that took the bus over there to January 6th, them packed them people up and brought them over there to the Capitol. That one, if you want to remember who he is. So Jordan Neely, he said this alongside Ron DeSantis, everybody else you named that was over there at the Capitol as well, Bubba. So Jordan Neely, an insane raving madman. Again, for clarification for you guys who don't know the story, Jordan Neely was the murdered, not the murderer. The murdered. Jordan Neely, an insane raving madman with dozens of priors who died after being restrained by a passerby after he violently threatened innocent subway riders, reportedly attempted to push another person onto the tracks just last week. Charlie Kirk. Yeah. Remember, I just said they're the ones who run the rhetoric for those people who years ago in 2016 in Charlottesville, Virginia, or whenever that was, when 2017 or whenever, when Donald Trump became president in Charlottesville, Virginia, these are the people who were out there with teepees or whatever and lighting them on fire and walking around mad, feeling like they were attacked. I think off of the monuments being pulled down or something like that. This is what we're dealing with. They're the ones that will go outside and do all of this. They're the ones that run up the Capitol and do all of this. People will believe them. They will take that crew in the backwoods of west of Nowheresville and have them do their dirty work for them because they believe that this man, they put out the rhetoric and the narrative that Jordan Neely was vicious. Real quick, the brat,
yeah,
and her wife. Well, what's her wife's name?
Judy the body.
Judy the body.
Judy, I think it's Judy.
It's Judy, but I don't know if it's Judy the body.
Is it Jessica? It was Jessica the body. Her name is
Jessica.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Jessica.
I'm not sure, but the brat and her wife. The brat is carrying. I think not through. The brat is carrying through a sperm. They had a sperm donor.
Sperm donor. Yeah.
And so she had a conversation really quick about the one lone black sperm donor that resembled Jiminy Cricket. And she said she did not want her child looking crazy. So her child is half white. Now, that went viral. That conversation went viral. But honestly, the true conversation here is that why aren't there more black men who are sperm donors? And they were saying it's controlled. So that's a conversation that needs to happen. They were saying it was controlled. Like they were saying it's not fair that black men aren't going. Some people were saying, why aren't our black men going? And there's some people who are saying it's not allowed. It's not, so that conversation needs to be had as well, because why aren't there? It's a great question. I'm no expert on it. So I would love to have somebody on the show where we can have that conversation, because why aren't there more black sperm donors? Are they being limited, or are they just not?
Rebecca, they might be being limited, and I say that because at one point, if I'm not mistaken, I have to ask Mom about this and do some more research. But at one point, they used to say that black babies were already considered special needs, and this wasn't long ago. Especially when my sister was going through the adoption process, and whenever they have black children in foster homes or foster care, they were already considered special needs, even if they didn't have any disabilities or anything else, because they were black, and especially if not mistaken, black boys were considered to have special needs.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. When she told me that, I'm just like, are you serious? That explains a lot. That explains a whole lot.
Yeah. So I have this right here. CBS News analyzed the numbers at 4 major U.S. I think they call the sperm donor banks cryobanks, where sperm is donated, and found 53% of available sperm from white donors, while less than 4% is from black donors.
Yeah. And Jay West just said something. He says, I can't do that knowing if I donate, there's a child up there that I will never get to know. And I kind of feel the same way as well, too. And I think that's one of the reasons why I've never gone to donate, is because just knowing that there are children, could be children out there that are mine that I don't know. I want to know my kids.
Yeah.
There was actually a movie, Spike Lee movie, to where this guy became a sperm donor of sorts by having sex with all these different women.
Wow.
And he had like 30 to 100 kids. I can't remember what the number was, but it was some high ass number. And I think the courts either started making him go see the kids, or they made him pay money. It's a funny movie, but that's how I feel sometimes. They're just like, And then there was another guy that was a sperm donor. He had like 100 kids or something. That's just crazy.
Yeah.
I,
So
I just
that
can't
was
do that.
that story was recently. There actually is a man. They had to stop him from a white man from going into the sperm banks and donating.
Yes.
He now has I think over hundreds of kids. So they had to have him stop going to the sperm bank and donating. So there is a lack of diversity. We can
That's crazy.
all agree to that. There's a lack of diversity. And I think that's the bigger conversation we should have actually focused on
She hate me.
rather
Thank
than
you.
rather than her commentary about and the Brat's commentary about the one lone black sperm donor and where they were being looking like Jiminy Cricket. Okay, honestly, nobody wants their child to be unattractive, but at the same time, if that's her prerogative. But the bigger conversation to me is the lack of diversity and why in sperm donating. So
yeah, and A Sherwood 02. Y'all, great conversations in the chat room right now. Okay, too. A Sherwood said that there's also hundreds and thousands of kids that need to be adopted. Wish we would stop spending so much time, money on the idea of natural kids being the only ones worth having, and that is true too. You know, I just want my own seed so I can keep my legacy going. But adoption is something that is definitely needed. There are so many kids in the foster system. And I had a conversation with a good friend over the weekend, one of my homegirls talking about that, how she even asked me, have you thought about adoption? I'm like, I actually have, and I wouldn't mind it, but I just do want one of my own. I need a little baby Bubba
that looks
running
just
around
like
here.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Big lips, bald head, puppy dog eyes, all of that, round ass cheeks, and all of it.
I want my my partner, and I hope, and I'm 33 years old. Look, here we go. I'm 33 years old. That doesn't mean I'm old. I think I am nicely fermented.
Wow.
Okay.
Right.
And I'm getting older, and it's not that I feel a lot of ways, but one of those ways is I am looking forward to being a mom with a partner. And some people are okay. Some people actually don't want a partner, and they'll go to the sperm banks. And that's when there's so many people with different options and choices. I don't want people's options and choices to be limited because of a lack of diversity. But for me, I do want a big head child with a partner. And even with that, some women can't conceive, and I pray that I'm one woman that can.
Right.
Even after I was like, hell no. I now I'm 33. Now those are not options for me anymore. I would love to be a mother. It's a natural, I think, thing for me, but I want it in a healthy relationship type of way. So to each its own, but the lack of diversity in sperm donating, anybody who's an expert on that, DM us. I would love to have the conversation on the show so that we can better flesh it out. Listen, Bubba would be a great dad. I think it's about that time.
And they said that you would be a great mom too. We would make great parents, Becca.
Thank you. Listen.
Take our kids on play dates together and stuff. Yeah. Boy, sit your ass down, boy. Didn't I tell you to behave? I'm sorry, y'all. Excuse me.
Hey, mom, Hey, mom, you know when you went. Hey, mom, you know when you went to. Hey, mom, you know when you went to the store. Hey, mom, you know you went to. Listen.
Mama, I will
whose child is that?
Candy.
Right. Like, why is this thing talking to me?
Look, I hung out with my best friend's sons for the first time last weekend when I went to Jacksonville, and when I tell you, they were like on me and would not leave me. And I'm like, man, y'all leave me hell alone. I'm just playing. When I tell you I had the best time with them, 5, 3, and 2. And I just like, they're my dogs, man. I love them little boys. I love them to death, man.
Even though my birthday party was grown, my birthday celebration was grown. I had a brunch, right? Because I'm 33. Who's doing something tonight? Even though it was grown in Haitian community, you bring out babies. And and my baby was drinking champagne. He about 2 years old. Mind your business. I'm Haitian. So this is my first time meeting my brother's youngest child. So he's attached to his mother. And so I learned to give kids space. Of course, when you're getting to know a child, you want to, so he's going to his mama. He's like, mama. But once I gave him that champagne, a little sip, he was like, oh, Tati, what's going on? But no, I'll be a great mom. Just give him Just give them a little champagne, put them right to sleep, and get back to the party. Like,
Okay, exactly. Come on. I'm gonna be that kid, when they teething, I'm the one that's gonna get the rum and rub it on their little gums.
Okay.
So they're gonna chill the hell out and they're gonna be good.
Get out of here.
Children's Tylenol.
Listen,
I'm gonna invest in that shit.
Melatonin that ass.
Melatonin that ass.
Okay. Get away from me, kid.
Man, go sit your ass down somewhere.
And who?
My mama said you got roaches in your. Didn't I tell you to shut the hell up?
No, look, I'll be the one to be like, who said that to you? Now you go back and tell them. I remember when they mama was living up the street and roaches was flying out of their backpack. Go back and say that.
Go ask your mama how you got here. Go ask her. Go ask her who your daddy is. Let me stop.
Look. Where you up? My mama said, and tell them in Creole so they don't even. My mama said, do bagay papa, bagay manger pour manger. My mama dit pour laver en don. Listen, we're at the end of the show. I am grateful. I don't want to hold anybody too long, anybody being David. So we got to make sure we're out of here on time. But I just want to give a great shout out to all those people who loved on me. Once again, I'm trying to get to it. And to Andy, thank you so much for the birthday love. Laura, I see you. Mary, I got it. Latif, I didn't forget about you. Thank you so much, you guys, for the birthday love and the constant giving. And if you too want to give me some birthday love, it's Becca's Voice on Cash App. You guys have been so kind and so sweet. I'm 33.
If you just want to send me some lunch money, it's DJ X3C on Cash App because I'm broke. Okay, love y'all. Mean it.
And if your birthday gift could be to become a patron on patreon.com forward slash like it or not. That is patreon.com/like it or not. Keep us going so we can groove here with you guys every day. I sounded like I was 33 just now. I said groove.
You did.
I said groove. Okay, just call me Ron Isley because I said groove. But no, seriously, you guys, if you guys love how you're hanging out with us in the morning, make sure you head over to patreon.com/like it or not and become a patron. I love you guys so much. Bubba, give them something to talk about. It is Tuesday. Go get you a taco.
Let's see, y'all. Love y'all. Mean it. 33. 33, mean it. All right, y'all. We are going to get y'all out of here. Today, love y'all, mean it. But before we get out of here, your affirmation for today is I am taking a step back and relying on the universe to guide me. I am taking a step back and relying on the universe to guide me. Love y'all, mean it. We'll see y'all Thursday. Deuces. Thank you, David.
Always coming up with the master plan, politics scheming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us in strife. I'm your DJ. I really don't need no introduction right now, but you know what? I stay dropping them jams. Y'all know who I am. Good hope, dad jokes, culture-ish, politics. What you're hearing right now was the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I graduated to a plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. 8 p.m. Friday, you know how we do. Let's go. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. It's time for Like It or Not. With Rebecca Azure. Let's start this damn show. Like it or not, y'all. 2023. Let's start this damn show. Let's go.